I thank you for joining me. I'm going to be reading the Earth class notes written by the 12th Apostle entitled Moon Life. Notice number 7. The moon has been orbiting the Earth for a very long time, since its creation by God as a special place of observation for God's favorite first sphere he created, Earth. The moon was later used as a home for the first great angelic son of Lucifer and Diana, Thor, but was damaged in Lucifer's fall that Lucifer caused on all of God's beautiful created great spheres of light, including Lucifer and Diana's original giant home, where Thor and many of his siblings were born, not created, but conceived and born like you and I were. Only their gestation time, birth, and growth to maturity was very short. Their senses of touch, taste, smell, and sight were perfect, with their bright blue eyes capable of telescopic and microscopic sight like God's. Also, like God, they have 12 perfect, indestructible, pearly white teeth for the pleasure of enjoying fruit from the beautiful trees to enhance strength and endurance beyond their norm. They quickly learned the language of angels and God. Breathing was not necessary, but it did help with spoken communication. Thor did not join Lucifer in his rebellion and warfare because he did not think Lucifer was right. Thor maintained his right relation with God, following God in the third heaven, witnessing everything that happened, including the trial, conviction, and sentence of Lucifer and one-third of his descendants, and how Lucifer had appealed his conviction and sentence to everlasting sealed confinement in his original home, that Lucifer had turned into a burning star that is the sun of the solar system. Thor witnessed Lucifer blaming everything upon God. Thor had watched with much interest as God created one man and one woman, Eve, from Adam and for Adam, along with animals and male and female servants for Adam and Eve, all of which did not evolve from the developing earth as many deceived human souls believe. Thor had helped build God's great pyramid starship as Lucifer's firstborn son, who learned much about pyramids at that spirit time in ancient history. Therefore, Thor was very qualified to supervise the construction of the 12 crystal pyramids on the altered earth that were all housed in a large crystal pyramid several miles high, according to God's special instructions, where God encoded all of Adam and Eve's progressive education to be followed according to God's instructions. This brings us to the proven point of Adam's sovereign disobedience to God's loving instructions, causing him to fall into sin, evil, and spiritual death, which is the loss of right, responsible relationship with God. Because of God's great unconditional love for Adam and Eve, and all other things on altered earth that is his favorite place in the expanding universe, he told Thor to tear Adam's classroom up out of the earth and take it to the dark side of the moon and keep it there as a witness to the great host of heaven as to what misunderstood truth can do and has done to all souls who refuse to learn, understand, and believe it. Because of mighty Thor's great power as a warrior angel, none of the fallen ones were willing to challenge Thor. Much later, in 570 AD, a receptive soul was born in Mecca, West Saudi Arabia, named Muhammad, who began to hear voices and see visions as he was very sensitive to the spirit realm, but he never learned to read or write, beginning a new religion called Islam, with its final objective being war and death to all who do not submit to its beliefs as Muslims, who will start the Third World War through the ultimate deception of truth about where this deception came from, being the sign of the pyramid emblem on the dark shadowed side of the moon, as pictured on their flag. It is such a privilege to be born and be alive here on earth now and learn all of this truth in these special earth classes that any responsible soul can understand, know, and believe. This is our place and our time to learn, and this will determine our destiny. Mighty Thor is the proverbial man on the moon who stands ready to begin the rebuilding process to greater splendor than ever before. Now that's the life, the moon life. Until next time.